Hello, my friend. My name is Aslan, and I'd like to welcome you to my heart to art video. I'm gonna call this one To Become, You Must Unbecome. We often think to ourselves that if we sit down at the grindstone forever, that our goals will be done faster. We just push ourselves to the limit and beyond, that we will persevere no matter what. This is what we've been taught our whole lives. We are not machines. We have limits. We can only work on our craft for so long until we burn out. I do believe we can push ourselves and do it anyway. We have been conditioned to do so forever. But it does eventually get tiring, and you start to resent the things you're doing, even if it's something you love. You can overproduce when it comes to art, music, videos, writing, any of it. It is good to have a regular schedule of working on things, and you should never wait for motivation to work on something. Motivation only lasts so long. Discipline is necessary, but we must have balance. We must take time to do other things sometimes. You know that feeling when you've been stuck on a boss in a video game for hours and you start to lose your mind? Raise your hand if you've been there. I got mine up. You walk away, find something else to do, come back the next day, and then boom. They were way easier to take down that time. Same thing applies to any art form, or really any activity that you just resent doing for long periods of time. Right now, I've been in a video making burnout for a bit, and I've been taking the time to spend time with my family, playing some good story games and drawing more. Starting to feel a bit better than I did a couple weeks ago, and I know when I come back to my normal videos for the channel, it will feel refreshing again. We must catch up with ourselves just as much as we need to catch up with friends and family. Need to attend to our own lives and needs. You are the most important person in your life. Today, I want to talk about unbecoming. There are parts of ourselves that we hang on to for too long. Habits we know we must break. Fears we must conquer. We must unbecome the person who would fall into spirals and never-ending loops. Person who won't live their life the way they want to due to fear. A person who misses out on meeting new friends and potential lifetime partners. We must step back to take leaps forward. A leap of faith is better than not leaping at all. We often take parts of our past and make it our identity. Some of those things end up being habitual. We do them on a constant basis, and it becomes who we are. We don't give ourselves the flexibility to try new things and see if it can be part of the new version of ourselves. We hang on to too many things all at once and don't leave room for new stuff. It's like having a bedroom with all the stuff that you've ever gotten in the past, and you can't put anything new in it due to you running out of room for it. There are parts of us that should definitely stay. The things and people we love, our dreams and goals, and happy memories of the past for sure. Now the parts that shouldn't stay, bad habits and addictions for one, and people who bring us down and don't add anything to your life. And this one is very hard due to certain uncontrollable circumstances, but at some point you have to decide if where you work and where you live is fulfilling you. Again, not something we can easily control, and sometimes that part doesn't necessarily need changing. Just something to think about. The first step to unbecoming is rest. Taking time to learn yourself. Be with yourself. Be present in the moment. The silence, and see what comes to you. What inspires you? Not everything needs to be optimized. Having only one goal a day and just reaching that much is more than enough. Once you've discovered which parts of you should go and which parts should stay, we can move towards the becoming phase of our life. I want to challenge you. There is a big connection to our never-ending unrest and our phones. Shocker, and it's a topic that gets covered in videos all the time. But it's something I've heard a million times, and I'm finally starting to apply it. And I've seen a lot of great results because of it. And that 1,000,001th time, is that a word? I don't know. Sometimes that's when it clicks. I want you to schedule a day where you don't use any social media of any kind. No YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, nothing. Just for a day. I think we can manage that. Just one day. And I want you to keep note of what you end up doing instead. If you sit in complete boredom, then that's good. I know it's uncomfortable, but boredom is the key to our inspiration. It enables us to think of what we wish we were doing. And more often than not, I don't think people actually think to themselves, wow, I sure wish I could just scroll on my phone all day. Like, that's an actual question. Do you actually think that to yourself? I don't think I have. Just a question. Sometimes a binge of something is nice here and there, but there have been way too many studies regarding social media and attention spans that point to that not being the way of living. If you do want to watch something, let it be lengthy and complex. The connection to our attention spans deteriorating is heavily linked to shorts and TikTok alone, and like Instagram Reels. It's not good. Another thing you could do is get into a new single player game that demands your attention and engagement. It's a little off topic, but I can't help myself. A great story game to get into right now is a little game that came out recently called Expedition 33. This game is mostly why my channel has been idle for a little right now, because I've been way too busy playing it. I will nerd out about this game later in another video or two, potentially. But the story is very layered, abstract, and creatively inspiring, and I simply love it to death. And as a aspiring story writer, this game has literally put me in check. It's making me reconsider some things that I would do in my own stories, because it's just like this story is that good in my opinion. Some people have a stigma against video games even to this day, though it is far less common nowadays, but I find single player games to be very, very healing personally. The overall message I want to convey is that we must go easy on ourselves. Acknowledge we aren't perfect machines with infinite batteries, motivation, and creativity. You can't constantly reap what you don't water. There's a cycle of balance we must practice when it comes to motivation versus discipline. You can do too much discipline, in my opinion. And I'm doing it too. It won't happen overnight either. I hope this video helped you in your struggle of burnout. Hope you're all doing good and being safe out there. Rest is essential, and when you feel ready, create with all you've got. You must unbecome to become.